Yes, I know. It's time. It's the one you've been waiting for. I know. I promised. And today's the day. That's the one we're going to talk about. Oh, you're here already. I'll put you right there. There. Pay no attention to that little spider on the desk. Hello and welcome back once again to Creepy Cheapies, where we look for the best in Halloween monster masks and discuss the fine art thereof. Today's monstrosity comes from the folks at October Studios. Not this again. October with a K where the C would normally go. That's better. I'll start again. Comes from the folks at October Studios. It's a 2025 release. And there is one strange thing about it that I have to tell you. I know it's unusual for anything to be strange that has to do with monsters, but here's why I think this monster deserves your attention. You know, in an age in which you live, the society in which you live is ever more discouraging individuality while pretending to do the opposite. But wow, people are being forced into very, very narrow confines of conformity, and people who show imagination are not usually rewarded. Creativity is generally discouraged and squelched and occasionally punished. So when somebody does a sculpture or any work of art that's off the beaten path, that's a little bit weird, I think, wow, that's cool. Kind of daring to do something that's not just the same old thing you've seen lots of times. So with that in mind, let us discuss this guy. Come on. You know, a great poet and philosopher once wrote, Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size. Give him a Whopper with medium fries. And this guy wanted to be called Spider-Man, but unfortunately, someone had to break the news to him that that name had already been taken, and there's another guy already called Spider-Man. So, who is he? He ended up with the sort of generic equivalent, which is, his title is the Arachnid Monster. What? The Arachnid Monster. Now that's kind of like Spider-Man, right? Look at how cool this October Studios thing is. And how do we know? There's a tag right there. What says October with a K? Look at this guy. He's got awesome mouth that's somewhere between, wow, the Predator and the Alien and a real spider. And he's got a very strange mouth. He's got some ketchup or spaghetti sauce on there. Ketchup from that Whopper. Oh, sure. Yeah, a little ketchup from the Whopper. Put a little too much on the fries today, I think, there. But look at the cool hair. I'm going to try to show you this clearly. He's got punched or inserted hair punched right through the latex, which gives it a really weird look and makes it sort of stand up and stand out if you shake him out a little. So it has a nice bug-like quality to it. Bug-like. No, not Bud Light. Bug-like, yeah. And as you can see, he's got entirely too many eyeballs for a sensible human being. And they're black and glossy and shiny. And the thing about him that's strange, and I know you wouldn't think there was anything, but the thing that I wanted to alert you to, I hope you're watching this on a monitor that shows you the true colors of him. Because every picture I've seen of this guy online, that would be the Arachnid Monster, every picture I've seen makes it appear that he's kind of a generic Caucasian flesh kind of color. And if you're made of generic Caucasian flesh, you might have seen pictures of him and thought, oh, I'm going to get one of those masks, and I won't need hands because he looks close enough to my pale flesh-colored hands. But no. So for the benefit of those of you who may be watching this, I hope you're watching this on a color monitor and not one of those early model, the old black and white iPhones. Remember those? The old black and white smartphones They weighed like 6 or 8 pounds. They're really heavy, and you had to always have the repairman come and put new tubes and dials and diodes and things in them. Remember those? So hard to use those things. That was like back in the 1930s. They had those. You remember that? No, I'm kidding. I don't really remember the 1930s. Anyway, unless you have one of those old kerosene-powered or crank generator crank type smartphones or monitors or computers even, you may see that he's not actually Caucasian flesh color. He's really a very pale green. And it's the kind of color, let me describe it to you. It's like if you took army green, okay, army green paint, and added a whole lot of white to it. More and more and more white. So he's very pale green, and you're probably going to want green monster hands or green gloves or green paint and makeup on your hands or something if you're going to wear him. What would you wear with him? Well, the door's wide open on this bad boy. You could be a human in a lab coat, like a scientific experiment gone wrong, like a mad scientist who turned himself into a spider. You could be a guy who's been bitten by a radioactive spider and developed powers of extreme ugliness. Yeah. Oh, you know you like it. But all the pictures online make it appear that he's sort of a pale peach kind of color. Let's hold it. Ooh, look at that. Scary, huh? His eyes are shiny and glossy, as is this red mess going on, dripping down from his order of fries with too much ketchup. Yeah. And he's a pretty generous sized mask. You can see there's the whole back there and the whole bib down the front, so you could tuck it into a costume. Whatever costume you like. He could definitely be an alien. He'd be a great space alien if you had a room with a bunch of aliens like they tend to do in the Star Wars movies, have those places where different creatures from different planets congregate. He could definitely be one of those. I should make a joke about what? The World Wide Web. No, I don't think so. No. He could be an alien or a scientist or some sort of demonic thing. He could be, I'm thinking science experiment gone wrong. I'm thinking something laboratory related that was unfortunate. I'm thinking. But great mask. What do you sell for? Oh, you're a little close, not over $100, are you? $80 or $90? Are you that much? Sometimes 70. Okay, let's say $80 average, huh? Average price of 80 bucks for one of these. And well worth it, I think, when you see how big and spectacular. And look at the paint. There are some little veins on there, which probably won't show in your costume, but it's cool that they're on there for when he's on display in your mask collection. And he does have the crazy punched in hair that gives him a nice spider-like quality. Very admirable, I think, for arachnid monsters. And there you can see the beauty of him. And by the way, you could probably tell this in a close-up, but you'd be looking out of little slits above his human being placed eyes if you're wearing this. So big thumbs up, 8 thumbs up in fact, to the 2025 October Studios Arachnid Monster. We'll see you again next time with another interesting mask and the art of what? Oh, thank you. He says I did a good job.